All right, what's your name?
I'm Jude Danner, a young musician from Cleveland, Ohio.
And how did you get started with music?
My stepbrother was a musician, and he played guitar for many years before me. I remember my dad was also super into music as well. He would always play rock and roll music in the car, which at the time I kind of thought is kind of lame, everything. But then as I grew older, I really grew to appreciate it. When I was about 12 years old was when I actually started to play the guitar. And then around 2020, when the whole pandemic started, since I was online schooled, homeschooled, I had a lot of time to learn guitar and just focus on that. I really just spent tons of hours trying to get better.
What's the best thing about playing the guitar?
When somebody asks, like, what are your hobbies or what do you like to do, I can always say, well, I like to play the guitar. And it's also something that whenever you're bored, whenever you just want something to do, you can pick up your guitar. But it just gives you a lot of options to play with people, play out and do shows, everything like that, which is always such a fun time.
So at this point in your life, you're about to graduate from high school, and we reflect on where we are in life, how we've come from this whole phase of our lives. With that in mind, think about your education, your high school years. What role has your musicianship, your guitar playing, and your sense of self as a musician played in your own personal development?
It's played a big part because music has kind of been a way to find myself as a person. I think that it's going to stay a very big part of my life. And it's been such a big part of my life throughout high school especially. I think it definitely plays a big part in who I am as a person and who I hope to become.
Tell me about the School of Rock.
Well, School of Rock was a great experience for me because I did it for about 4 years, and it really helped me to get out of my comfort zone, play on stage. School of Rock was like the first place that actually even allowed me to play on stage, because in their program we practice for like 3 months or so and then we play a couple shows. You know, there's a lot of great teachers there, especially my teacher, Dave. He unfortunately passed away about 2 years after I joined School of Rock, but he played such a huge part in my guitar journey and teaching me many things that I needed to know about guitar.
So what was your first band?
My first band was a band called Troika. That was with my friend Mitchell and my friend Laurel. The three of us, we just had this little band. Only lasted for like a couple months, but it was pretty fun. After that, I moved on to this band called Invasion, which was great because it was the first band that I played shows with outside of School of Rock, so it was like my project. I did a lot of the singing, which kind of helped me decide that as a singer, I don't really love it, but it was good to have that experience and be able to sing in front of people. Then I moved on to this band called Seconds of Silence. Those guys were super into making stage presence more memorable. Whenever I wasn't moving around on stage enough or anything, they would say like, Jude, I think you need to move around on stage more, and I think you need to like engage with the crowd and everything. They definitely helped me to be more entertaining on stage. Now I'm in 2 bands currently. One of them's called Tefra, a little more of the hard rock stuff that I really like. And I also have a band called Ditonic, which is still in need of a vocalist. We play some more of like the heavy stuff that I also really love. These 2 bands definitely keep me busy with music and keep me playing all the types of music that I really like to play.
So tell me about what else you do besides music.
So I'm also a filmmaker, or at least a wannabe filmmaker, and I also have a separate YouTube channel called JXD Productions that you can go check out. I've done lots of different little short films, also do reviews of TV shows and movies that I like, so that is another one of my big passions, is filmmaking and making YouTube videos.
And what would you like to say about your high school?
I went to Clonmara. I did it online. They do have in-person stuff as well. I am very grateful to them as well, because doing school the way that they did it allowed me to really focus on music a lot, be able to choose kind of where I wanted to go with my education, everything. I could choose which type of science I wanted to do. I could choose how I wanted to get my English credits. I could do it in pretty much any way I wanted. They were all for me using a lot of my electives for music.
Are there any individuals at the school, teachers or advisors, that you would like to thank specifically?
I would say definitely my old advisor, Jennifer. She was incredibly helpful, especially when I was going through some hard stuff a couple years ago. She was incredibly understanding and just helped us really to understand what we had to do for me to graduate and everything that we had to do for me to be successful. And then also my current advisor, Heather, she's been great in helping us. She's really helping me to get to the finish line.
And who else would you like to say thank you to?
Well, I'd say my old teacher, Dave. He will forever be one of the most important people in my life. And then my other teachers at School of Rock, Donald, Noah, you guys were all great. And my parents, I could not have done school and everything the way that I have without my mom and my dad being as understanding as they are. My girlfriend, she's been by my side for the past almost 2 years, and that has been great. When I feel like nobody else is there, she always is.
Do you have a philosophy of life?
I haven't really thought about it too much, but I guess mainly being yourself and doing things the way that you want to do them, and don't let anybody tell you that just because you're from someplace or you're not the stereotypical type of person that is usually associated with something that you want to do, don't let that make it so that you don't go into that field or don't try and do that. Because I'm from Cleveland, the music scene here is not bad, but in terms of rock and roll musicians, you don't think of too many that come out of Cleveland. But that's okay, because I'm still gonna try my best to make it as a musician. And even though rock and roll and metal music is not as mainstream as it once was, I am still going to continue to play that type of music and try and get more and more people into it.
Thank you all so much for watching this short little interview I did talking about my musical journey throughout high school and some other things as well. If you like this video, consider giving it a like and subscribing, and I'll see you guys next time.